Hi, welcome to today's video. It's Good Friday on a good day, sunny day. It's warm out. So it's been a minute since last week where we were working on the ESP32 cameras. But today I also want to spend a moment to see if I've been doing some of the things that I wanted to do since establishing my Q1 itinerary or things that I want to accomplish. So let's take a look. Now, January, my main goal was to do some lives, do some Advent code, Pensy, and the camera projects. And I also have regular videos that I needed to post and some community posts and courses and events. So I was able to do some lives. I have done some lives on the ESP32 cameras. Just realized I spelled this wrong. So I'm going to change this to ESP. ESP. Same way here. ESP. Okay, we got it written down correctly. Right. So that was the lives. Now for the month of January, let's see how many of those days did I actually spend Okay, so for the lives in January, one second. So for January, we have about 2 lives. That was about the advent of code. In February, we did 2 additional lives on advent of code. And then March, we spent 2 days, 2 lives doing the ESP camera. All right, not bad. All right, so we're going to spend a moment talking about my Q1 and Q2. Q1, Q2. So we didn't do any lives on Tensy. Let's make this different color. So we did no lives. And we did two lives on advent of code. Now the long form video, let's take a look at what we did. So in January, we was able to post 1 video on the Mexico trip, episode 4. Now, we didn't get to post all of that, so that's pretty sad. And then some day in the life videos. I just recently started doing those. Yeah, I just started that in February. Have been doing some community posts, and some of these events I don't think I touched, so we're gonna keep scrolling. Now this is like some of the day in the life stuff I need to post, and I also need to add the courses. Didn't do that either. So April, we're gonna remove Tensy for now, because we have yet to complete advent of code. Yeah, we're gonna remove that for now. We're gonna remove Raspberry Pi 2 just because my capacity isn't just there yet. In April, yep, we still want to find that URL. So we're almost there. I'm at the part where we downloaded the ESP home on the computer. So now I just have to open it and connect our camera to the link. There's definitely still some more Mexico travel videos that needs to be put out. Oh, we did spend some time discussing some women inventors and some Black inventors during Black History Month, but we don't need that now. Get ready with me garden prep. I definitely want to start posting some information about that because the temperatures are getting slightly warmer. Right now is a good time for me to go and see what I have stored to get back out and ready for the new season. I know that's gonna definitely take up some time for April. definitely want to continue to make some posts, community posts, as well as don't forget, if you're a subscriber or a fan, you can also post on my community tab on YouTube, so long as it relates to our topics, gardening, travel, and a variety of engineering phenomenons going on. I'm going to say in Q2, we're going to definitely upload a course. Now, this course should possibly be like a montage of existing videos I have where you guys can follow along and complete things on your own. And things happening in April, it does say prepare for robotics week. Now, I do need to see when is robotics week, because it currently is technically April 3rd. Okay, let's see. Okay, National Robotics Week. Okay, so we did miss National Robotics Week. It's April 4th through the 12th. So it starts tomorrow and ends next Sunday. Okay. So we're gonna definitely continue to celebrate Robotics Week. National Robotics Week. Now, if you have something that you want me to try to play with, hopefully, so long as I have the materials, definitely write it in the comments below, and maybe we can eventually get to it and try it out. Maybe also we can spend some time doing some Tensei to break up the ESP. To break up us playing with the ESP camera systems. Okay. Okay, what was I looking at? So, oh yeah, additional things to do. Okay, what am I looking at? The additional things that we need to cover during April. Where is my link? Just looking for my previous calendar where I wrote down stuff to do. I believe May was National Inventors Month. So we definitely gonna have to do some fun stuff. Well, they have World Quantum Day, April 14th. I'm gonna write that one down. World Quantum Day. It's April 14th. Okay, this link has too many events. I don't know what happened to mine. Oh, I think this is it. This is the one I used to use. Okay, so we're in May. Okay, so it looks like I have to look that one. National Inventors Month. Pretty sure it was May. Inventors Month. Yeah, National Inventors Month is celebrated annually in May. Okay, so let's add that so we can start celebrating. Of course. Okay, so National Inventors Month was added. Okay, so this looks about right. This is what we want. So we're just gonna copy this. Paste. No, we're gonna also add advertising promoting promotions, and I do need to make a little bit more content around things in which people can like download. So some of the freebies that people can get are like the toolkit. Just as long as you sign up with your email, they'll directly send you the toolkit. So we have the toolkits. Then we have the desk trinkets that you can purchase. And we have the Mexico itineraries. And I almost forgot, we also have the garden tracker. So we'll be bringing that out. Started that in 2025. We'll bring that out in 2026. So yeah, all of these are freebies, and the desk trinkets are things you can purchase. Other stuff is like the tech guides that I made. Tech guide / wish list. Yeah. So yeah, I need to do a little bit better on that so that you guys can have those documents. All right, so those are the so let me add that to May too. So I need to make sure we're promoting this. Adding some promotions to the list. Anything you guys have to add that I might have missed? Yeah, write it in the comments, let me know. Okay. Yes, definitely let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see added to the list. Now, another event that's happening in April is the Rapid plus TCT event 2026. So that one's happening in Boston. And that is April 13th through the 16th. And there's also the automation conference, which is also happening. The Automate Show, that's what they call it. It's happening in June. Now that's something I may go and participate in because this one's going to be in Chicago. June 22nd, 25th. And I need to add promotions. Alright, now I also need to add, I'll take this part to courses down here. Okay, those are some of the things happening. So I also had a social media automate file that you can also grab, where I've been playing with AI to automate some of the postings on some of my social media platforms. That is something you can also purchase if you also like to have something similar. Okay, let me just see what else am I missing for Q2. Okay, so they have International Woman in Engineering Day in June. We'll put that down. Is it events? Yeah, we'll put it in events. Since I think it's June 23rd, we might have to double back and make sure that's right. Okay, I think this is a good foundation for going into Q2. And I'm gonna just continue to try to be consistent and continue with our contents. Now, one thing I know you guys are waiting to see is the final episodes of the Mexico trip. We'll try to start editing that and getting that to you guys soon. And continuing to post our lives. Alright, so now we're gonna transition to the ESP. We're gonna take a moment to talk about that. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna take a moment to talk about that. And if you remember or recall, we were playing with the ESP32 S3 cams, and we spent the moment manually downloading the ESP home because I have the unique ESP32 S3, so it required a different installation process. So now we were at the step right when we're trying to install or not install, but we were at the point of opening the ESP on our computers. So Let's pull that up. Give me a moment as I try to find the link where we last were at. Oh, I didn't update that one. Yeah, update that. So we were at installing. Okay, this looks familiar. And we was also using the blog page. Yes. Okay, so alright, so here's the steps. We were okay, we're down here installing it manually. Right, yes, we had opened up the command line. You guys can't see my screen, but rest assured it was installed on the computer. Right, so we're at the part where we need to create a configure folder, which we did do. I pinned that folder, so I wouldn't be trying to figure out where is where did I put that folder on my computer. Okay, so it says configure folder will store your ESP home project files and configurations. Navigate to the directory where you want to store your project and create a folder called config. Okay, so the folder has been made. Now it says you need to run your ESP home dashboard. To start the ESP home dashboard, use the follow command in your terminal. Right, this is where the part I was having issues with. My computer didn't like sudo. To ensure the ESP home dashboard has the necessary permissions to create and manage files in your project directory, you must run it with elevated privileges. You should see the following output in your terminal. Okay, So we're literally almost there. Okay, we're gonna open up the terminal again, or the command line, command prompt. Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna change directory to where my configure folder is. Paste. All right, now I'm gonna try to run the sudo prompt here. So sudo ESP home dashboard. Actually, I'm gonna go one folder up above the config folder. Okay, so dashboard config, command not found. Awesome. But okay, let's try just putting ESP home dashboard config without the sudo. Okay. So it did work. So far it's working without sudo in front of that whole line there. So I just put ESP home dashboard config. Okay, now I do see the part where it says info starting dash board web server on the URL link. Okay, so I should be able to copy my link here. Let's see. And then you guys might be able to see my screen. Okay, slowly. Okay, it says it's starting. I'm going to also connect the port. That may be the part. Let's see. So I'm going to connect the board to the computer, and we're going to see if that will solve the issue of me seeing my dashboard. Not sure. Yes, I'm glad you're here to see the progress. We're almost there. We almost at the step where we can actually download the file onto the board. Now, as you see, the board is connected. You see that red light? So it is connected to the computer. Okay, so where was we? We were trying to okay, so I clicked it again. And it's loading once again. And it's not connecting. Just beautiful things that we don't want to see. Okay, so yeah, I'm still getting this error. Okay, so I am seeing this part. Then it says open ESP dashboard. And it says open the browser and go to the link address. The address you got after running the ESP home dashboard. It says now that your ESP home dashboard is running, it's time to install the ESP home fireware onto your ESP32 device. In this case, okay. Okay. We're gonna try it again. EPTT HP. So let's go to the other page. Okay, so we did do this. Let's get started with ESP home command line. Okay, so it says now let's set up configuration. Oh. Okay, so right now we're just reading this documentation. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to try this pit right here. I thought this was already there. Okay, we're gonna check. Forget the. I'm gonna check to see if that version exists. Um, oh, okay. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what version of ESP we have. Okay, so it does exist, and then we're gonna see if this tornado exists. Yeah, so we're going to install this tornado ESP tool. Okay. That might have been the issue. Okay, so that's installed. Now we're gonna run this again. ESP home, let's see if that's the same. Yeah, ESP home dashboard. Configuration. Config. Okay, so we're gonna copy this again and see if that helped. Okay, so we're gonna click that link. So this has redirected to the local host 6052. I'm still getting an error. That's just awesome. Just beautiful. Okay, so it maybe I might need to download another browser. And I would hate to have to do that. But we might end here, and then I'm gonna have to see if there's some settings I have to change in the Microsoft Edge. That could be also a reason why it's not connecting. We'll see. Yeah. Alright, well, that is gonna be it for today. Yeah, today's video about our ESP home and trying to basically start the dashboard on my computer instead of me using this web version. So I am almost there. So yeah, so again, it might be my web browser. I'll tinker a little bit on the background till the next video. And again, don't forget to write some comments of things you want to see in Q2. If you, like I said, there's things like Automate, the Rapid TCT going on in the next couple months. But if there's something else that I missed that we should definitely be tuned into, let me know and I'll see if there's something I can add to the calendar. Now, there was an event that was mentioned last quarter. It was called Design Con. I didn't get to go to that. But if you did, definitely let us know how that was. And I believe that was all the way in Santa Clara, California, called Design Con. So yeah, we totally missed that one. But I'm sure it was an awesome event where they talked about chips, boards, and microcontrollers, electronics, things that makes the world move sometimes. All right. Bye, everyone.